Hey, this is Taylor Buff, and this is the Darkened Hour, a show that focuses on comics, films, and all things geek culture. And with me, I have my beloved co-host.
Blah, 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 blah.
Is that your name now?
I don't have the energy. Usually I would come in here with the whole name, but I might as well say it anyway because it feels like it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Gambi Gabella, Blue Stradivari, Talented Pierre, Andre Charlton Hamos, Da Vinci, Baldios, George, Zoitzel Kaiser III.
Nice. So, like you said, we haven't been here in a really long time, and we're usually not in this room.
Because we're doing construction in the other one.
We're doing construction in the other room. That's why we're here, if you've noticed the change in scenery.
Yeah, this is the gaming room.
Yeah, it is. This couch is actually quite comfortable.
Yeah, we might need to get just a simple couch in our room.
Yeah. But
as I'm looking at, first I'm actually getting a good look at us on the screen here on this couch, and it's like some casting couch Pornhub shit.
That also. Yeah, that's also a connotation that comes with a leather couch.
Marv, sit down. Let's interview you real quick. Tell us about yourself.
Great. Oh my gosh, we're actually not.
We're legitimately not.
Okay.
It's more so like I'm still exhausted with the superhero thing, the superhero fatigue, but I want to play the guessing game of who gonna die.
Woo! So, on that note, the internet has been lit up. Who's gonna die? The theories have been just from the trailer. People have so many fantastic theories. So just to give you guys a gist, we're gonna talk about Infinity War's trailer, both the teaser and the official, and what is being revealed in both. So, a lot of people are dying. That's been established. Thanos is gonna come by and pretty much eradicate half of humanity.
Big Daddy Purple.
Debo is coming down to destroy all of humanity.
By the way, watch that Sunny D commercial from way back when. There's a black kid in that group. When they go to the refrigerator, they go, "Oh, I got some purple stuff. I got some Sunny D," and then all the kids get excited. Pay attention to the black kid in the top corner. He gets excited for the purple stuff.
That purple train. The purple stuff.
No lie.
Yeah.
When he says the purple stuff, the black kid's like, "Oh," and I didn't believe that because Dave Chappelle pointed that out. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not real.
Yeah.
I went and watched the commercial, like, oh, he actually does like his eyes kind of light up at the purple stuff. I'm like, what is
I want some of that purple stuff.
Subtle racism here.
Yo, Chappelle is always on it. Always on it with the commentary. So there's someone made like a table, if you will. I posted it on the Facebook page, and it decides who might live and who might not. So under the "you're gonna be fine, don't worry."
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. I did see that. Okay.
Yeah. So Spider-Man, Black Panther, Star-Lord, Ant-Man, who we haven't seen in the trailer, the poster, nothing. So I guess if you're not there, I guess you're all right. Groot, Rocket, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is like maybe because he was looking.
He's got the eye of Agamotto. Like he's got the Infinity Stone in his.
That's
necklace.
a target.
Yeah,
That's a target. Yeah. So I don't know if he's pretty good, fam. So I'm pretty sure you're good. Okay, Falcon. Okay, Black Widow, Hulk is fine. I think Drax, Gamora, and yeah. So that's a pretty sure you're good. The I don't know, man. Maybe watch out. It gets smaller and smaller. Thor, Scarlet Witch, Bucky, War Machine.
All right, let's stop at that list here. Why do you think those four are on that list?
Okay. Thor was looking hurt. Thanos has him by the head. But I actually don't think he has to worry about anything.
He's going to get knocked out, and then that's it, because he could take a punch harder than any of them can.
Exactly. So he needs to be moved to I'm pretty sure you're good. Okay. Bucky... he might be plot protected because they might make him the next Captain America or something like that. But so could Falcon.
I mean, hell, Groot was a Captain America for a while.
Right. So Bucky might be safe based on that possibility. War Machine, probably. Who knows? Like that to me is a big wild card if he's even in the movie, if he even shows up. So Scarlet Witch, I don't know why she would get in the, I don't know, man. Maybe watch out.
Disney's like, oh, all right. So if we kill you off, we could bring in Fox's X-Men and then have both Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch from that universe to replace the ones we lost in this one.
This has nothing to do with plot at this point. This is just cleaning house. This could be cleaning house.
And she's getting blonder, so I don't like her. I don't know why her hair looks so orange when she should be a solid red.
Oh, I'm talking about Scarlet Witch.
I know.
Oh yeah. Oh, is she blonder now?
Yeah. Yeah, we know that.
I know Black Widow is blonde, like beach
blonde,
blonde, and that's whack. I hate that.
It's an ugly look on her. It is.
And they made her eyebrows just as bright, and it just disappears.
Oh,
it is just.
It better be some assignment she was on. They like
And
she
just,
didn't have time to change.
Yeah,
face, like,
maybe they caught her in between missions, but she had to be blonde because that's not a look. That's not. It doesn't. It's very unflattering.
It's not. She doesn't look good as a blonde.
She's like, I think it's her paleness, maybe.
She's too light to have such light hair.
And then lighten her eyebrows up too.
Because I actually in my store there's this woman who comes in there to pick up prescriptions, and I told her that she looks better with darker hair. She showed me she has her license where her hair was like black, and then she has this like bleach blonde hair, and I'm like, it doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
You're too. I didn't say you're too white, but like I was like, it
doesn't flatter.
It's like it doesn't contrast skin. You want the dark to light, and it's like your skin is really light toned, so you want to use something that's darker, so it complement. There's a compliment.
Yeah.
So she changed her hair to a red, but it's like a dark red, almost like a blood red.
Okay. I'm sure it looks really good.
It looks so much better.
Red is a good color for most people, actually. Most people can kill a red.
Now she's getting all these compliments from people.
I'm like, I told you.
She got her hair done, and the next day came to the store to show me. She didn't come to buy anything, just to show me her hair. She walked in, did a full circle, and then it's like, see, you like it? Yeah, everyone says that, blah, blah, and then walked out.
You have an effect on people. Well, you have influence on people. So, the not looking good fam. Cap America.
Obviously.
Iron Man. Definitely Vision.
Vision dead as a hell. They said, oh, he got to collect the Infinity Stones. And Vision was dead as a hell.
They snatching that shit straight from his dome.
Yo, Thanos gonna pull his muffin cap back blue. Cause it's in his forehead, so he losing that cranium.
Hawkeye.
Which I don't know why they put Hawkeye.
I think it's just a hater thing. You know what I mean? I just think it's like people think Hawkeye is in general important. So I think that's why they're giving him a hard time.
They don't give him the hype that he gets in
Yeah, they treat him like very not even primary, not even secondary, like tertiary. Like that's not even like someone just cannon fodder. So Loki, I don't know all that.
I don't know about that.
He needs to
Tom Hiddleston, like
push him to I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I wouldn't straight up say, oh yeah, you need to watch out.
I mean, because I don't see why he would be a target. He doesn't have the scepter anymore. And even so, that's all he needed would be the scepter.
He's still a god.
He's still a god. And two, it's like, why would he die? It's not he's got an Infinity Stone attached to his liver or something. It's like he's just there. Target.
Yeah, he shows up
there. And Loki has died so many times.
And he'll just like find a way to come back.
Loki is never permadead, ever.
Because why would he be? I mean, he has that ability.
There was even like in the book / movie Blood Brothers, they even show like all the alternative realities. Like they show like 7 different Lokis. Go like Locke, Loken. Look, there's a female Lokis and stuff like that. He has an eventuality. His daughter, in some cases, is Hela.
Okay.
So it's like he doesn't stay. He will never be permadead. It's like that's like, oh, not looking good for him. Like he's not gonna die.
No, he's all
First of all, the actor is too good for us to let go.
Yeah, they're gonna keep him around for the next one.
Let's lay down some figgity facts. And Loki just doesn't die. Like time and time again, this guy just keeps coming back when we think he's done.
Totally. I just thought that was silly. I just thought that was most of it was pretty solid. It was the little ones could be moved around.
Because I also don't see why Scarlet Witch would be up there, unless like we're doing the full Fox changeover.
Yeah, or they make her die trying to defend Vision or something like that. Like
which could be, for like some like for like to pull on the heartstrings and stuff like that.
Yeah, if they really want to do like that type, because it was kind of hinted that they're gonna have some sort of relationship.
Because in a book they actually do have.
It's weird.
It's bizarre.
Because it's really okay. Whatever floats your boat.
Mechanical.
Yeah, he's not even like a real person technically. So someone else laid out a theory because it's based on the trailer, based on Thor, Thanos, Loki, and Guardians of the Galaxy. And this is how they think it's gonna work out. Okay, Thor's ship gets attacked by Thanos. He attacks Thor. You know, you see him crushing his skull and whatnot. He makes Loki watch because Loki can't really do anything. Demands Tesseract for Thor's life. Maybe Loki shows his brother some mercy. He's like, I'm not going to watch my brother get killed over this. Takes the Tesseract, crushes it. That is the Space Stone that he puts in the Infinity Gauntlet. And he puts it on, moves on. Throws Thor in space, and that's how Thor comes across the Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is someone like piecing together like the end of like Ragnarok versus how how it's gonna translate to Infinity Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where he meets the Guardians of the Galaxy. So, and then later on, this is someone just took painstaking efforts to make some theory how the movie's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
So later, Peter Quill, Star-Lord, and Drax team up with other Tony and other Peter, and Thor goes with Rocket and Groot to forge a new weapon. Now, I'm not that familiar with Thor's lore like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So this is new to me.
They create, a
Stormbreaker,
and they make a new Mjolnir,
which it fits his character, because if you think about with how the trailer was like, they show Thor kind of floating about, mm-hmm. and lightning coming through, as if something was attracting something. So they think a new weapon's going to be introduced for Thor, which would make him a contender to fight against Thanos instead of just pew pew pew. You know what I mean?
He ain't Storm yet. He don't cast.
Yeah, he just I don't know. He absorbs it. It's weird. And now he has a hammer. I don't know who he is. He's looking brand new. No hair, no hammer.
Him without the long hair looks bizarre.
And a patch looking like his pappy. It's weird.
I can do the eye patch. He needs to have his flowing locks.
Yeah, I miss that look.
He has to have
his flowing locks.
It. Just Thor without flowing locks looks
at
really
least
weird.
Here. At least give us a couple months of growth. You know what I mean? Don't just give him that choppy look.
The military look.
Yeah, it's very off-putting.
It's not a Thor.
But that's what I've gathered so far, and there was someone made a memorial of Steve Rogers catching that hashtag Infinity Fade from the actual trailer. Now, this is someone else's theory that Captain America does not die, and it's a reach, in my opinion. Thanos is toying with Cap because he's just look at this ant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not worthy of my time. Because he tosses Thor, tosses a god. Who is this ant fighting me? Why am I putting the effort to kill him?
Legit. Because
you have Bucky, who might distract him. He saw him with a gun. He's running after his bae. You know what I mean? Because let's call it what it is. That bromance, seriously. So that's kind of how that goes. And will Cap die? I think they say he signed up for another movie. So, but that could also be flashbacks.
Yeah.
That's never an idea that he could still be alive or whatnot. The fact that Cap has balls made out of vibranium to just roll up on Thanos. Just think about this literal man against a god.
It's Captain America. What do you expect?
Stars and stripes, man.
Stars and stripes.
Those guys are
shield slush.
And I thought at this point that I'd be legitimately tired.
I need backup. I'm sorry, I'm just quoting all the Marvel things.
I know. Marvel versus Capcom. But I thought I'd be legitimately tired of, I guess, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the trailer did bring some excitement because this is very different from what I'm used to seeing. I thought this is gonna be a bummer. Just people screaming the entire trailer, just suffering.
Yeah, word.
So how did you feel after watching the trailer?
Can't really say I feel anything because I stopped going off of trailers now because we've been proven wrong so many times.
Yeah.
Thank you, DC. We've been proven wrong so many times.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's just Avengers 3.
At the end of the day, right?
Yeah, it's we
know there's going to be a fourth one.
Yeah.
And we know there's going to be a fourth.
It's what we want to see now are the characters who haven't gotten their shine, who are going to get their solo movies now. We're going to see more Wakanda. We're going to see Ant-Man again.
Right.
Those are Doctor Strange again. That's who we want to see now. We don't care about the main squad anymore.
Yeah, we've moved on.
We've seen enough Batman and Superman. Can we get a successful Martian Manhunter?
Ooh, yeah.
Can we get a successful Flash movie? That's what we want. We don't want to see Superman and Batman again. We don't want to see Captain America, Iron Man anymore. We're done with them.
Yeah, because we moved on to Venom. We've moved on to a Deadpool. We moved on to other
things
stages.
We're more interested in now.
We're lost on the big capes.
And that's where a lot of our hero exhaustion, hero fatigue is coming from. Is we're just tired of seeing the same faces. We've done literal lifetimes of Batman.
Yeah.
We're touching that base with Spidey as well, but it's because we completely changed the tone of Spider-Man with this new kid, it feels fresh.
It gives you the allure of something new, but it's not.
Exactly.
He's just younger.
Toby to Andrew, it was still the same feel. It just was who was better Peter Parker, who was a better Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's the argument always, because Toby was a far better Peter, Andrew was a far better Spidey. It's they couldn't do the actual split personality that you're supposed to as Spider-Man, whereas this new kid, him as Peter, I feel still not there.
still not there.
Still
That's
not
a lot
there.
of people.
He's this whole new Peter that I've never seen before, in my opinion. It's like he doesn't feel nerdy or smart enough.
That's a really good point because I felt the same way. They've talked. There's like this whole like
His
fandom.
sidekick is more Peter than he was.
That's messed up. Yeah,
like, his sidekick was definitely more like nerdy and because
I could totally see because he was the brains behind the operation.
Is that and that because when it comes to Peter, and this is why I like Tobey Maguire he's so separate from what real people do. Because of his intellect, he doesn't think himself smarter. He just doesn't know how to properly do social activity.
Yeah.
He's so socially awkward. And if you watch the first 2 movies, look at the first one with Green Goblin.
Yeah.
He was awkward as hell.
Yeah, he was almost cringy almost.
He was cringy. No, he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be cringy. It's like, you don't say that to people. And he just kind of stands there like a piece of cardboard. It's like...
He's
dude,
like a cutout, right?
You're like he's annoying to watch, and it's like that's what Peter's supposed to be because on the other side, he's Spider-Man. He's like the coolest person there is.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to have jokes on top of jokes. Yet he doesn't have any jokes.
Yeah.
So we're missing that. Where we go to Andrew Garfield, this dude got swag. Swiggity
hair.
swag. Like, he is delicioso, and
the hair.
He's a rebel. He's a cool
photographer.
He is
artsy.
He's the coolest kid in school, in my opinion. But yet. You're supposed to be like
outcast.
Like you're outcasting yourself, but that's the cool shit to do. Like that's a cool way.
You're being rebellious about it.
You're being rebellious.
And you own it. That's the thing. He owns it.
But then when he turns into, he puts the mask on. He's toying with it. Guy steals the car. He's in the back seat. Guy gets out the car. He locks. He webs his hand to the door. He webs the knife. Like he's playing with his food. That's what Spider-Man's supposed to do. When he was fighting the Croc, he literally He behaved like an actual spider in the fight, like webbing him up. Like I was like, this is Spider-Man. And then we saw Tobey. That was Peter. If we could somehow put them in the same movie,
just like
fusion dance and give us like the perfect Spider Boy, the perfect man Spider.
But yeah, I have to agree with Tom Holland's interpretation is. I feel he has the chops. Like, he's acrobatic. Like he's
got the jokes with the mask on. With the mask on, he's doing
like
Peter
he doesn't just.
He's doing Spidey justice, but when he's Parker.
It comes down to writing, I think, and it comes down to who the script and the direction, and Peter's supposed to be like absurdly intelligent,
and that's where we get a taste of that, but we don't even get that in his own movie.
He doesn't even make his own suit.
We got that from Civil War, where him and Iron Man are going back and forth, and he's like, "Oh, you made this yourself." And we start to see, okay, this kid's actually brilliant.
But we never see it again.
But we never see the brilliance again. It's all given to his sidekick.
Iron Spider suit,
or
everything's
when combat,
just
or his strategical things, because he's supposed to rival Batman in combat strategy and analyzing the area. That's taken away because he's got Veronica or whatever the hell her name is in his suit. So it's like, where's Spider-Man?
Yeah,
everything that made Spider-Man was split into 3 other characters. One of them was not even part of his movie, Iron Man. Like it's like, why are we
Spider-Man
taking away? Like we still enjoy the movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's like you took away what made him so good. What gives us a constant fight of who would win in a fight, Batman or Spider-Man, because they're constantly butting heads. We took all that away from Spidey.
Yeah.
Civil War, it was all there.
Yeah.
It was all there in Civil War. His own solo movie, you scattered it.
Yeah, Spider-Man's strength in Civil War and in Homecoming, absurd. Like strongest I've ever seen on screen.
He would eat up. Be that strong.
He would eat up Andrew. He would eat up Toby. Like when it comes to strength, the guy could block vibranium. Like
legit.
Guy picked up like a truck.
But he's supposed to be that dumb strong.
And it's like they did it.
Toby because Toby stopped his train.
He struggled. Like I feel like his I think he would bust a gut.
It's a train.
True, and it was moving.
Train. Like, that takes power. We saw the superhuman strength with Toby. We didn't have any superhuman strength for Andrew, but then again, he really was never in the situation to.
Where he had to. He's more like defense, counter.
Yeah, he was bouncing around.
He wasn't like an assault. Like, he wouldn't come down on people.
Because he didn't need the super strength against the Croc.
No.
And
he didn't.
When he was fighting Dubstep Fox, there was nothing heavy to throw at him.
Yeah. So we never got to see any of that.
Yeah.
But I think. I give him credit for what he did right, but the writing has to. They're talking about like him meeting Shuri of Wakanda, like that's a joke.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
Seriously,
intelligence-wise, he's an infant.
Yeah, because she is gonna poop on him.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, look at that nice little suit. Look what I made.
You know what I would
that
love?
Was given to you.
You know what I would love to see is for them to twist the universe so much where she becomes a female Iron Man. I would love a twist like that because she could do it. She damn sure could do it.
Absurd. Like she would be broken.
I would die. Like she's all Spider-Man because her cat claws shoot waves anyway, so she doesn't need the pulse. But she doesn't need those. She'll just have her cat claws with the Highman suit, and she would make it her.
And it's comic book canon that she becomes Black Panther in the absence of T'Challa and stuff like that. So,
I would love the Black Iron.
She'd be like Ironheart.
Black Iron.
She would be Ironheart. They already have a Riri Williams, so why not have Shuri crossover? You make it happen. Make it happen.
Legit. Fuse the
I'd read it. I'd buy it. I'd watch it.
I'd eat it up.
I'd eat it up.
I'd eat that shit up.
So, speaking of scripts, I think I posted up earlier about what the hell is his man's name? Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm not doing it on purpose. I really have a hard time remembering how to say his name. It's most
I only remember because of how long you and Josh spent making fun of it.
And now it's in my brain now.
So I honestly...
He earned my respect from Doctor Strange.
Why'd you say it like that? He earned my respect?
Because I used to come down so hard on him. I used to rip him up. Me and Josh wouldn't stop, and I watched Doctor Strange, and I just had to eat words. I had to eat it. That movie was good as hell. Like, it was so good.
Pause. Can we talk about when you can't make it in Detroit, you go into the MC universe? We have Papa Doc. We have Victor Sweet. Who you taking from Detroit now?
Oh my gosh, you're right. Victor Sweet. I forgot all about
After
this
they threw him in the ice, he survived the hypothermia. He made his trip to Nepal.
Himalayas.
He made his trip to Nepal, and he found the ancient one, and he learned how to become a sorcerer. He changed his name. He didn't want to rock the name Victor Sweet anymore. And he changed his path to a way of enlightenment where such power should be contained, and that's why he is now Doctor Strange's enemy.
Make it canon.
And
anyway.
And you know what? All Doctor Strange had to do was work with him. It could have been a sweet deal for both of them. Now it's just going to be a sweet deal for him because he's about to lose that time gem.
Oh.
And the Dormammu going to come knocking on doors.
Banging hard.
How's that deal now? Huh?
Taking that L. That's what you about to take right now.
Yeah, his Doctor Strange 2 is going to be lit because he's got some weight to lift
Mystics. It's all about. So, Cumberbatch said in an interview, said that he has read the script, the entire script to Infinity Wars, and very few people are allowed to. Yeah. But he put upon himself to read it to understand the character. So I can imagine how long that script is. But he said it's just mind-blowingly epic. What I thought is this just doesn't stop. Once it starts, it does not stop. It's just this horrible, brilliant, terrifying, at times funny, at times very moving, relentless action. It's like everyone's constantly in crisis and catching up with themselves. It's really breathless to read a script like that. This isn't a slow burn. You're really thrown in the helter-skelter. It's got a lot of facets to it, but I think the main one for me was just how utterly relentless the events and action were. So he's also, to add on to that, he said, well, it's not Marvel's practice to hand around the whole script of any particular one of their enterprises, especially a film as big as this and as secret as this. I kind of have to have a bit of overview to understand what I was doing in it. Maybe I'm just a bit more stupid than the other actors involved. I just need a little bit more special care. And they were very sweet and chained me to something immovable whilst I read it. And unchained me after I finished reading it. I could imagine literally script with a chain attached to the desk. Put your phones in a box. Like, I can imagine the protection. Legit. And his reading of it did change my opinion of what this might be. My concern, I guess, I want to, the average Marvel viewer is used to a certain strategy, right? A certain formula. The endings are never a downer. Yeah. Ever. Everything is resolved. Everything is okay. Neutral at worst,
neutral,
right?
Exactly.
I don't see.
Civil War was a neutral ending.
Yeah, because everyone kind of went back to their corners. Cap did, whenever Bucky went to Wakanda, everyone just kind of scattered. The end of this is going to be the downer of all down. If you tell me as many characters so-called are going to die, that's going to be a very dour kind of ending. Do you think there might be backlash to this? People are emotional.
To the average people?
I think the average viewer, well, what are they expecting? You know, the person who doesn't read comics like that, you know, not even a casual reader, like someone who just strictly watches the films. I feel like they might have an adverse reaction to the tragic, you know, aspect of it. They're not used to seeing.
Oh, the average watcher will be me comparing like my mother when she watches these movies.
They're gonna be, oh my gosh, it's so sad. I didn't know.
Yeah, we're gonna look at them like, you're so dumb. Yeah, we're gonna be you're so dumb.
How did you not see this happening? Like,
it's like when people, they don't understand what Black Panther was about.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I don't know why people like this movie. I thought it was boring.
You whack.
Because it's not an action movie like that. This isn't the typical Marvel. Let's just have shit blow up. This is actual story.
Drama.
This is actual drama. Like
character, world building here.
And it's worse when it was black people saying it.
It's like,
okay, you saw somebody come from the hood and see a place where he should have belonged, where they're living in riches, and he
you
called
couldn't
them out for
see
bullshit.
the
How do you
symbolism
there
there.
was actually a message in here. This wasn't just a cartoon-based movie. This was a
Yeah,
legitimate message.
this
That's
is
why
real.
people appreciate it. And you're like, oh, I thought it was boring because you literally weren't paying to this story. You just wanted to see people fight.
Yeah.
You are a degenerate. You are just a degenerate. Because if that's what
uncultured swine.
Like uncultured swine, a lack of mental capacity where you can't see that this is a story being built. Message aside, this is actual structuring of a world we've never seen yet.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen the Captain America. We've seen the Iron Man world. We've seen multiple Peter Parker. So they are allowed to just kind of throw us into the action because we know the bread and butters. Black Panther is so underground in both the actual comic world and in our reality.
Yeah.
Where they have to develop this world so you understand exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah, you just got a taste of him in Civil War.
Exactly.
You only got a taste.
We had no idea where he came from, so they had to explain the world to you, explain his romance while still showing the Michonne's tribal side, because like she's an important and loved character. So it was like, you can't just have these people here, because then you're gonna be the same motherfuckers. Like, how come they didn't? Why she's so background? Oh, why didn't they talk more about her? I like that character.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Exactly.
So I guess like the summation is that the average viewer might be turned off.
The average viewer might just be too dumb. That's what I'm saying.
They might be too like shallow
and dumb.
I'm just choosing other euphemisms.
Most people it's like in Men in Black. A person is smart. People are dumb. People are stupid. People are reckless.
Wise shit.
In a group of people, and that's why it's and I understand that phrase, why you separate a person from people, because a people is made of different persons. But persons don't become people. Exactly, the hive mind.
Yeah.
Hence how Black Panther got its hype and hate. A bunch of people who actually know what the hell they're watching and appreciate it all band together and were hyped for the movie in their personal circle. You have people who see this hype and they want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But then you see the people who like to be the outcast. They don't want to be a part of it. So
they want to hate anything that's popular.
So now they have the people that hate it and they talk shit about it because they nitpick at things that they didn't understand and they overblow it just because they want to hate on it. And then you have the people who are caught in the middle who need to join a group.
Yeah.
So they're not like the people who actually know the source material, so they just band with the people who know the source material but chose to bash it. Because they just don't know what they're watching, so they choose to join the bashing side.
Yeah, there's a hive mind. They want to be part of this. Okay, I don't want to be. I'm gonna seem like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't.
Now, had that person not seen the hype and watched it exclusively to themselves, they would come up with their own opinions on it.
Yeah,
and
totally.
That's like me with Dragon Ball Super.
Right.
People love it. I still think it's the crappiest anime I've watched in years.
Oh wow.
I am 40 episodes in, and it is a struggle.
40?
It is a struggle.
That's a lot of episodes.
And it is still a struggle.
Wow.
People are like, oh, it gets better. It ain't getting better. 40 episodes is still ain't good.
If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
The only reason people like it is because of nostalgia. I'm calling them out. I'm calling y'all out. Y'all only like it for nostalgia. GT was better than it.
Oh, wow.
Not all GT, because there was some solid crap in GT, but I can humbly say the Omega Shenron was better than what I've seen in Super.
I don't have an opinion. I am so out. I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z when I grew up. I only know like residual peripheral knowledge.
Cell Saga was more intimidating than anything I've seen. Then I had somebody say the audacity to compare it to Naruto. I'm like, you can compare. First of all, Dragon Ball Z inspired Naruto. Literally,
Dragon Ball Z is older.
It's older, but Dragon Ball Z literally inspired Naruto. Here's why.
Right.
Kishimoto based Naruto off of Super Saiyan Goku. Blonde, blue eyes, orange and blue jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Goku goes Super Saiyan. Blonde, blue eyes, wears an orange gi with a blue shirt under it. It's literally based off of Goku. So, obviously, Dragon Ball Z would be better because they took materials from it and then warped it to their own ninja way.
Yeah, who's better than their father?
Now, Super comes out. Naruto's still better. If you have a god tier character, this god tier character will blow up mountains with a swing because they're god tier. How do you have Battle of the Gods? He throws a punch and all it does is make the water vibrate.
Yeah.
I will never respect Dragon Ball Super.
Wow. He's like, fight me. Change my mind. Oh.
DX.
If y'all talking about Super,
I'm only 40 episodes in and I still think it's trash. I'm not going. I'm having a hard time going. I'm gonna go further, but I don't want to.
So, to reel it back to Black Panther, and about people's perceptions and how people are very sheeple types who just want to follow a leader.
Yeah.
And I'm like, watch the movie, form your own opinion. And if you're not really into the comics, just look at it as a film, and strictly that. You don't have to know a bunch. Just it's not that serious.
Example how people who like. Okay, this is probably honestly it's an article, someone else's words. I don't know if this is the actual results. I just took it from face value, and I thought it was kind of dumb on both ends.
Right.
Somebody posted an article saying how like, okay, Black Panther flopped in China. Okay.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised
at all.
And then they said because it was too black. We know how the Asian countries are racist, but
super
that aside,
racist.
It's like, well, obviously because they have no idea what the culture is. Prime example, look at characters in Street Fighter. Those are the most racist characters there are.
They're all caricature. They're all stereotypes.
They're all stereotypes. So it's like they don't understand it. So obviously they're not going to
say ignorant things, yeah.
And then, so I'm like, all right, so you can't really blame them for that because they are literally oblivious to the entire idea because Black Panther represents African culture while still showing the culture that has been influenced in America,
the
culture
African American
that was born of slavery.
And yeah.
Then so uniting them together under one Marvel roof. So obviously they have no idea where either sources come from. So they can't relate to it.
It's interesting because I feel I can consume media, or maybe it's just I'm speaking for personal. How I can consume media that's in subtitles. I consume media that's not in my language or culture. I can still enjoy it.
You can still enjoy it, yeah.
I don't have to, but the same like it's not receptacle. Like I don't get the same respect.
But here's the flip. The reason why I represented on culture and them just not understanding culture because they love the Warcraft movie and Warcraft flopped in America.
Interesting how that works.
Warcraft is built off of that kind of European style where America can easily understand. It's orcs versus humans. How do you not understand that?
Yeah.
It's typical Lord of the Rings strategy. Yeah,
it's metaphor.
Like, but yet it flopped in America, did amazing in China. So it's like
interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
You might have some complex going on here where they value things that are considered European or value things that are white.
Which is definitely more of a thing in Japan.
Yeah, and they love it over there. But anything, this kind of stuff is just taught. You know what I mean? It's ingrained in their culture to value things or devalue things that are black. Yeah.
So when I saw people, but then you got the ones who are like, oh, how do I like this movie? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, realistically, they have no idea what it's about.
And they've never taken the time to understand it. Any of the parts of culture prior to it. We have a foundation already to understand where this movie is coming from.
The reason why I compare Warcraft is because chances are most of the people, it did so well in there because, to be real, China's full of nerds.
And they get it. They
play the game. Like, wait, they
competitions
get the game.
And stuff. Like, yeah, they
Even
get it.
There's a vast majority of WoW players in America.
Yeah.
Nerd culture isn't built all around that type of, video gaming. Nerd culture in America is built off of TV shows and movies.
Right.
Whereas in Asian countries, their nerd culture is mostly built off of, if not Japan anime, you have video games that build a lot of their culture.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the stuff we play consoles on and all the tech, all the nerd stuff we get on is made there. So it's like, so
they're at the center of that.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why that's what I'm comparing the two. It's like you're looking at totally different genres that are more successful. A genre that was, you have the comic book genre that made a movie to represent black culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
That they would never get. But you have a bread and butter, orcs versus humans, Lord of the Rings type style based off of a video game turned into a movie.
Yeah. It's a lot. There's lots of layers. There's lots to unpack. It's not so black and white to explain it about how Asian nations like. I'm coming. Kitty cat shirt.
DX. Kitty cat shirt.
But I think it's complex for it to flop. And then they went to Korea. Korea did pretty well. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because Korea
they got
has
shouted out,
culture.
So they get it.
But Korea has a lot of hip hop culture. Yeah, a lot of it. So
their whole K-pop sensations are built on black music. So they have kind of like that entryway to the culture. So I can see them being into it. But China was like, nah, we don't get it. What is this? It's like, I guess you live in a country where everyone is Chinese or everyone is Korean. And black people make 1 or 2%.
and let's compare the action movies where, although Black Panther is a fictional story, it was very realistic and grounded, as most Marvel movies are.
They're grounded in Africa, real,
very realistic. Whereas DC, not bashing DC, but they're more fantasy and unrealistic. Now let's look at Chinese kung fu movies. Although they're grounded in a realistic world, all the fights are extremely overblown.
Yeah.
So when you have the super fantasy lovers to a story that's a little more grounded, think about the final fight where Chikala. Wow, I messed that up terribly. T'Challa. I don't know why I was struggling.
Yo, you got tongue-tied.
So when they're fighting their final fight, not the whole like war zone, literally when they're on the monorail, that was a very normal fight. There was nothing epic about it.
Yeah.
No blowing shit up, no
flipping around.
They were literally just
doing the most.
They were boxing.
Yeah, at best.
Boxing. And it's like
it was more about takedown.
For the ending fight of the movie, it kind of paled compared to the massive war zone we just saw up ground. We know we had the rhinos and the tribes colliding. That was all the hype, and to see these guys finally go at it in their suits, it was kind of, I won't say it was dull, but it was definitely less epic than it was before. But it was really just coming down to suspense. It was really just them finishing up their challenge day, and then him delivering like the final message. Like he was like, "Oh, good shot," you know. It was showing a mutual respect because it was him bringing him to the sunset. You know, it was really just kind of wrapping up the message. That
it inverted what a final fight was supposed to be.
Exactly. Yeah. And when you see that in most movies, the final fight is supposed to be groundbreaking and blowing.
Yeah.
Where this one actually was more subtle.
Yeah, it's gritty and up close, and it wasn't like this jump around, do 1,000
It wasn't
flips.
a gravity reverser, you know.
I will never forget that for as long as I live. It's etched up here. It's up here. So oh my gosh, to think about Infinity Wars and things like that.
That's just my perspective.
I think that's fair. I think it's a fair perspective. I think and I read articles about how it flopped in China. I read a lot of them actually. I poured over them as to why it failed. You know, I'm not shocked.
Yeah, there's nothing to be shocked about.
No, and I'm not upset about it either. Like people are getting mad. Like legitimately, I'm like, are you really? I mean, they don't exactly have the highest opinions.
That's like Schindler's List was amazing, but you expect people in Brazil to give a fuck about Schindler's List? Like,
right.
Realistically, like come on. Like
yeah, there's maybe a selective audience for that who's gonna get why this is a film. Why is this important? Why is the story important and whatnot? So ideally, we should all want to learn more about each other. We should, in a perfect world, we should be thirsty to understand other cultures. We live on the same planet, but you know that's not reality.
It's like me watching my Bollywood movies. They're terrible. They get terrible reviews in America, but when I'm watching, I'm like, I enjoyed this movie. Like on Netflix, maybe 2 stars, and that's
like, I don't understand. But then think about how algorithms work and stuff like that. Like if you're having this Bollywood movie and say the streaming into North America and with no exposure at all, little to none to Indian like media, they're not gonna get what it's supposed to be.
Even
some of them are kind of are a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you
because the movies I watch are not the ones where they break out in song. I absolutely refuse.
I know you're not gonna sit and watch that.
But the one I watched, my favorite movie, probably one of the first Bollywood movies I watched was called Ugly. Literally, it's just ugly.
Oh, you did tell me about that.
And it's about a daughter who gets kidnapped. The story is sad as hell. I won't say it's phenomenal, but it's like that whole movie. Like if you break it down to like the skeleton, like this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. Here's the twist, and here's the end of the movie. You're like, everybody lost. Everybody lost. That movie is depressing as hell.
Wow.
The pacing could have been a little better. But they get straight to it. There's like the opening. It gets straight to the problem. There's this one scene that took way too long when he goes to the police station. But ultimately, I think the movie was fine. It got the point across. So it's like you have two sides. You have the father of the daughter who got kidnapped, and then you have the mother who's with her new boyfriend, who's the chief of police. Obviously, the chief of police and the ex-husband do not like each other, even when they grew up, because the ex-husband used to bully the chief of police before they grew up. So you have them being forced to work together, even though they have every reason to hate each other. You have the wife who was so stuck in her depression when they were supposedly happy. She was drunk and taking pills all the time, who now has to try to find her daughter. So all she wants to do is pay the ransom because her father owns a bank. So it's like you have all these figure pieces on the board who are trying to get this ransom money. So then you have her own damn brother who poses as a kidnapper just so he can get his father's money because the family kind of abandoned him. So you have all these people like, oh, there's money involved? Oh, she's got a rich father. I can help out. And then that's where the story kind of really moves along. You're like, who can you really trust in this movie?
That makes a good film. Like
makes a good story. The only person you can trust is obviously the father and the chief of police. They're the only people here who are trying to do good. Everyone else is just conniving.
A liar.
and obviously the mother, she's a good person, but she's a shitty person. He's like, she's not trying to do anything sneaky, but she's
by
gone.
being there, she's just terrible.
She's just naive as hell.
Neglectful, probably.
And at the end of the movie, there's only one person who wins, and that's just because that bitch is a gold digger.
Not mad.
And she's the only reason I watched the movie. Go figure. I saw she was in this movie because she's one of my celebrity crushes, and I was like, I'll watch the movie. And her character showed up. I'm like, she's evil. Her first 5 seconds on a screen, you can see it. Her first 5 seconds on the screen, she cannot be trusted, and they trust her, and she dicks them over real bad at the end of the movie.
Oh, there's one thing I want to ask you while you're here, because I posted it on the Facebook page, and I got a massive response to it, like comments like crazy about Tom Cruise being.
I did not want to be a part of that.
It's like morbid curiosity, because Warner Brothers Studios can't go lower by casting Tom Cruise as Green Lantern.
I'm not gonna knock Tom Cruise.
And it's funny because Marv thought this was gonna be, Marvel bashing,
DC stroking.
Yeah, and we're not.
Completely the opposite.
It is the opposite. I'm dragging DC by its edges right now. Like, I'm dragging them by the knuckle dragging dummies.
See, I can see Tom Cruise being in the
20
DC movie.
years ago.
I can see him playing. No, even now. I mean, look how old the characters are.
True, they've aged him up.
So I'm like, we can be okay with him in. I just don't see him being
Green Lantern. How whack would that be? Just imagine.
Because see how he is on film.
He's always the same. He's always the same. He's too. To me, my problem with Tom Cruise is that he is the generic Hollywood star. You know what I mean? He because he's risen to such a status. It's the Tom Cruise before Hal Jordan. It's gonna be. He's gonna be. Tom Cruise here, Hal Jordan way in the back. We're going to see that character that he's kind of like the Will Smiths of the world and things like that. It's hard for them to beat other characters because Will Smith is the superstar. It's like, I will pick, but Warner Brothers, he has a really good relationship with Warner Brothers. That's the studio that makes all the Mission Impossible films. He's worked with the director that they're using already. So he's totally likely to be the choice just based on numbers. If I'm an exec, and for a studio exec, and I'm looking at DC not making the money that they need, right? They're not making the money that they're not making the money right now. They put $300 million towards Justice League and didn't even struggled to get to make a profit after those first couple of weeks. Black Panther made $1 billion in a month. Okay, they're struggling. They're trailing behind. So you have someone like Tom Cruise, where Mission Impossible always sells, always breaks box office, always makes bank. They're not even thinking. They don't even care about these characters anymore. They don't care about the story. They don't care about, and that's where they're gonna fail at. This is a cash grab getting Tom Cruise in because they're desperate. No one's talking about Aquaman anymore. Aquaman's trailer's coming out soon. No one's even talking about that. Nobody was talking about Wonder Woman 2. No one's talking about these characters because they're tired. Justice League really shot the bed on that one, man.
They really shot themselves in the knees, toes, face.
They really just they really shit on their own
because
brand.
Individually those characters are still loved. Like, people still love
Batman. They're
Aqua
still
Drogo.
Absolutely.
Like, him getting his own movie, people are definitely gonna see it no matter what, even if it's DC, because people will love the actor.
And that's sad. You're supposed to love the brand. You're supposed to want to be hyped.
People love the actor. And his version of Aquaman was
enjoyable.
I liked it because it was different.
It was different.
I honestly would have been bored with some royalty dude. I literally would have been
a Lannister type.
It would have been boring.
It
truly would have been whack. He was the only reason why we laughed and did, like, him crying out his heart, and then he had the last one. Like, if it wasn't for him being rugged, that movie wouldn't dry. Because Flash can't carry that movie because we didn't have Booyah. We had depressed Cyborg.
We had sad Cyborg.
Sad Cyborg, that's cute. Like, we didn't have Booyah, so it was like we need to keep our energy flowing.
There was no energy
because the story was never a threat.
No,
there was never a threat. As long as Superman comes back, where he saves the day, because somehow he's like, because somehow Diana couldn't hold up against
Superman, which is I'll say Superman because they fought.
Because she holds up against Superman easily, but Steppenwolf was just wrecking her.
And
Think about that.
Yeah.
When he came out rage mode, flipping on everybody like a final boss in Warcraft, she was holding her ground. He had to give her 2 man-ass headbutts to put her down. Some man-ass headbutts to drop her, and she got up. Yeah, he shows the Steppenwolf, oh, hey. Like, he's plucking this dude. It's like, this is backwards as hell. She should not be getting wrecked. Like, she can handle him, but regardless, she was lost. Cyborg was liked. Like all the characters were liked individually. That's why like their own movies will get screen time. What's up?
On a different note, Wonder Woman just fought a god like last movie. So who is Superman? Who is Steppenwolf at the end of the day?
Legitimately,
Superman shouldn't have been really put in that kind of work. You just came out the grave, my guy. You just came out the dirt.
You feel me?
Who are you?
Where your sunlight at, dog? You ain't get no sunlight in that dirt.
He was glistening.
Where your sunlight at, Chief? Like, where about? Like, you
like
was
that?
Buried under the dirt. You should have been weak as hell. Like,
he should have been weak.
He should have came out Captain America strength. And broken boosters in the left leg like Iron Man flying like
that would have been a good scene.
He should have came out like trippy, not just
he
I'm out the ground was good.
Chest first,
oiled in fur. All right, he gave his fucking chest hairs a soul glow. Just let your soul
glow. I'm in real tears right now because I literally watched that scene.
The soul glow scene, right?
Just thinking about it being like the music in the background when he comes out.
Soul glow.
The soul glow. He comes out the dirt.
Sexual chocolate.
But yeah, well, to understand that DCU is failing because they stopped caring about their characters. You know, they're late to the game, so they're trying to squeeze out as much as they can. That's why you have Man of Steel, then boom, BVS, then boom, Justice League.
They're jumping to the
and
end
then Wonder
gamers
Woman.
Before they've even set up their world.
Like, but they're rushing because they see the numbers. Okay, Marvel is killing us right now. We want to make that $1 billion. We want to make the $100 million.
Just did
but they worked for that shit. Marvel worked to get these numbers. Yeah. It was a slow burn for them. The first Iron Man like a decade ago.
Seriously.
Who would have known that 10 years that we still be seeing Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark? They took their time. DCU is trying to do this cash grab shit and it's gonna blow up again. Just throw the whole movie away. Just throw the whole movie. Throw the whole studio away. It's done. It's dead. Throw them away.
Seriously. Because now that you've united them so like strictly, it is gonna be hard to do separate movies.
Because we already we want to care about what happens after Justice League.
And yeah, it's gonna be hard to continue after that because now you have to one up the previous movie. That's why like when Marvel was all right, Avengers came together. Their big boss was just Loki.
Yeah.
It was just Loki, and he brought an army. That was it. Then we go into... So it's like, all right, so your next movies, you don't have to worry about one-upping the group battle. Everyone deals their personal villain because the only reason Loki was such a threat is because he corrupted their own members. He turned them against themselves, pre-Civil War, if you will. So it's like, all right, that's why he was big baddie. You go into Avengers 2, we have Ultron. Somebody made by your own member.
Right.
Like, he's like, all right, so he knows all our weaknesses. He knows how to deal with us, but he's playing distant. He's building up his own fortress. He's toying with us, making us deal with him changing bodies. So it was more of a chase down than a final boss battle. And then when you got to the final boss, he had a bunch of beat 'em up bots that they had to deal with before they got to him. So it's like, so they don't have to worry about one-upping their boss. But then when you look at Justice League, you had this tyrant who was duking on everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, so
the Amazons.
How do you separate now after dealing with that? Like, after you deal with that, who's going to matter at this point?
Yeah, because you're going to bring in Darkseid, or you're going to bring in, what's his name?
Darkseid is how you one-up Steppenwolf, but for their individual movies, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? You went so far, you know what I mean?
Jumped.
You took leaps and bounds. And I hear Wonder Woman 2 is going to be, like, in the 80s or something, which could be...
You know what would have been nice now? Like, if they were going to do a Justice League, instead of jumping straight to Steppenwolf and dealing with Darkseid and all that, I would have liked a legitimate invasion. That way they all had reasons to split up, but they all fight a Red Lantern, and thus introducing a new Green Lantern. Yeah. Because each Red Lantern can hold their own.
Yeah.
And that would be a proper
introduction to Green Lantern, yeah.
Integrating Green Lantern and giving reason for the League to unite.
Right.
Pretty much how Avengers unite. Loki was their reason to unite. Because even they didn't agree with each other. We had Thor fighting Cap, Iron Man. You want me to put the hammer down? Like... None of that wouldn't have happened without Loki being the little douchebag that he is. All we needed was just a douchebag good guy to kind of be a little bit AWOL and let's work together instead.
Right.
Instead of this, fate of the world's at hand. Hey, Bruce, you bring everybody together because you had their information all the time.
And their logos attached
to it. And their logos, yet they're not superheroes yet, though.
They're not. They had the logos ready, though.
Logos was on point. I didn't let that go the first time we spoke about this, and you reminded me how dumb that was. It was files on a computer. Think about that. There were files. They couldn't have just been a simple folder you open. Oh, here's a video file. Play that. No.
That shit is exhausting.
Each folder had a personal icon. Do you know how to do it on a computer? You have to click the file, go to properties. You have to have that shit saved on a
So
computer.
Bruce went to Photoshop.
You feel me? He made sure it was a PNG.
Bruce deadass went to Illustrator and made the Flash logo, the little.
He made everybody's logo. He made Cyborg. Cyborg Cyborg was supposed to be presumed dead. You mean to tell me you had a Cyborg logo?
You had a logo already. You already knew his name already.
You feel me?
He had the.
Like you feel me? That's how you know these dudes was jumping ahead, leaps and bounds ahead. I'm
tired.
Baby fingers ain't even get rushed that fast.
Baby fingers. For those who are listening, baby fingers is what we're talking about.
Fist?
Iron Fist. And baby hands. I just imagine these tiny hands with a little globe coming up.
Yeah. DX on her in the corner.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm like breaking a sweat. Oh.
Yo, but seriously though, yeah, let DX touch the mic.
Yeah, sure. Sure, we're listening.
Iron Fist was like I don't understand it, but he was on Game of Thrones and he was slurping. Yeah,
he was Soloris. He was the Knight of Flowers.
I've never seen that show.
Yeah.
He was giving it up.
All right.
We got Iron Fist and he's slurping niggas, and I'm like, what are they talking about? So I opened the meme, and then he's like,
legit, yeah.
and I'm like, bruh, whoa. And all he did was dance his songs doing this.
Mm-hmm.
What karate is that?
I wish she was on a mic for that.
Oh my god, what kind of karate is that?
What kind of karate is that? It's actually airbending. It's air.
He was doing interpretive dance. Like, oh, we had a whole episode talking about Iron Fist's sorry ass.
Seriously, that was.
Oh, you saw it?
No, we're just disrespecting baby.
Oh no,
Daredevil.
I got love.
No,
I got
Daredevil,
massive love.
Massive love for Daredevil.
I got massive love for Daredevil. Like that's
Luke
my
Cage
favorite.
and Daredevil is standing
That's
on top.
it.
Because
That's it.
Jack is. Yo, word.
It's gonna be lit, but no, I got crazy love for Daredevil. Like that's probably one of my favorite for Marvel's Defenders.
The Defenders, yeah.
Yeah, his stories were strong, dude. Like his villain's strong, Kingpin strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when it comes to Luke Cage.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to be
that
that guy. Oh, Daredevil's obviously the best. Everyone can agree on that. I'm like, I like Luke Cage, but no, Daredevil's still.
Daredevil, I mean,
where I live.
Ass, man. Yeah, that's where I live. That's home right there. Yeah, seriously. But yeah, I think we're heading towards the end, right? We've been here for
about 53 minutes.
Okay, go. I thought we were going way over.
It felt like that because we were gunning on anybody who walked wrong. If you had a limp in your leg, you was getting gunned.
Roast. Burn.
Roasted. But ultimately, because this was about the Infinity War.
Yeah.
We branched out to everything. We talked about the Spider-Man movies. We talked about...
Infinity War's got like 50,000 characters you can just talk about forever.
It is going to be a lot to manage.
That poster upsets me.
I'm thinking about that. That's going to be a lot to manage.
Honestly, that poster makes me so mad.
You know what's going to piss me off? This goes back to you said that the people who average your movie. There's one of my friends... I'm not going to say his name, but he makes me get really upset when he talks about Marvel movies. Because he likes all of them, but he has 40 questions. He doesn't watch all of them. He watches ones at random, whatever is the most popular.
Oh.
So he has no clue what any of this is. First of all, he has no idea what the comics are about. That's the first problem. So you need to watch every movie if you don't watch it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He watches like maybe all right. He's watched Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
2. Avengers.
Oh, he skipped around. There's something. I know there was something in between he should have watched.
Notice I haven't mentioned Captain America.
Oh, you've got a Cap. The first one. Winter Soldier. Age of Ultron.
I think he saw
so many damn movies.
No, he didn't see Winter Soldier.
How did he not see Winter Soldier? That's like
he
the best
saw
one.
Avengers 2, Civil War, Black Panther.
Oh, what?
Those are the only
no
movies.
Thor, no.
He only saw the group movies.
Oh, see now nah.
Because Iron Man started it all, and then
no
Avengers, Civil War.
That's whack.
He likes them, but then I had to deal with it. Oh, I don't understand it because you didn't watch it. Like, this is why I say how people are just stupid.
Yeah.
Because he went to the person versus people. How are you watching this movie just because other like it, but you know this is technically a secret. This is all one storyline. You
It's
know
one
this.
stream of
You
stories.
actually know that this is all one story. So when you go and you don't understand it because it was from another movie, don't you think you should go watch the other movies? They're on Netflix.
Instead of just saying, "Oh, I don't understand," you'd rather just sit there.
And you're gonna keep watching the news just because it's the popular movie
That's
at the
whack.
time. So you're like, oh, I don't get. He likes the movies. That's the funny thing. He enjoys them, but
That's
has no idea what it's
weird.
about.
How can you enjoy something you don't
But
understand?
that goes back to the sheeple thing we talked about
yeah,
earlier.
the sheep.
So it makes me feel like you're just being stupid because you're just jumping on it because people like it. And you just like it just because it's an action movie. Because if it came down to the story, you have no clue what's going on. You're just watching it because it's interesting.
That is so bizarre to me that someone could say that they love the Marvel like cinematic universe, but only watched like 6 of them at most.
At most.
It's probably something you only watched 5 or 4.
The fact that he hasn't seen Thor, Cap, like they're all individual movies
Did you see
before
Guardians?
Avengers.
Did you see Guardians?
Yes, I forgot. Group movie, yeah. Group
Guardians,
movie.
group movies, right? It is a group movie. Oh my god.
Terrible. And I had to explain Black Panther to somebody who has no clue who Vision is. Let's just put it that way.
That's weird.
Although
that's a
he's
lot,
seen the
man.
movie, he has no idea why Vision is what he is. He has no idea what the Infinity Stones
Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Like,
because if
like
you didn't see Captain America, you don't know where the original Infinity Stone came from. The Tesseract started off in Captain America.
Yeah, that's like going, and I've had people talk about a Black Panther, and the after credit scene when Bucky shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, why is he here? Huh? So what do you? So show what you didn't watch. Come on, man. These arms got taken. Come on, bro. I don't want to explain this to you. I don't want to have to do this.
And then and that's somebody who actually supports the Marvel. Imagine the people who bash it.
Oh,
they're even worse because their ignorance is even deeper in the ground.
Yeah, totally, totally.
And that's pretty much where we come from. That's why I said the whole split. There's people and there's no person in between. There's just people and they choose a side.
Yeah,
there's the people who actually know what they're talking about, who starts the negative and the positive side, and then there's the ones in between who are the ignorant who just pick a battle. They're the banners.
Yeah.
You know, if these were 2 great kingdoms, we got Lannisters and Starks. They're the banners. You got the Freys, and then you got the Tullys. They just join a side to the war. They just join the war effort. Nobody wants to break that will and just be their own thought.
Speaking of Marvel films that people haven't watched, there is one coming out. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a Black Widow standalone.
Do I care about it? No. Is that what you're going to ask me? I don't care about it. Oh, you're going to ask me? I'll let you ask the question. Go ahead.
Do you care about it? Okay. No shade. It's really not. It's not a shady thing to say. It's just
no one cares.
Thanos is here, bro.
Yo, that's going on before. Like, how are you gonna one up this? Like, I'm sorry.
I don't want to watch a spy
Black
movie.
Widow is boring.
Yeah.
If she's not doing some thick ass spy stuff, we don't care what she does.
She does the same fight move every single time. That leg thing she does and swings it around.
That Rey Mysterio shit. Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y Mysterio. She just comes in like that.
She just brings that legs around.
The same move and that same pose that DX just struck.
Oh my God! Right there.
Wait. Lift your head. And then they get close up on her face. Then they get a close up on her face so it looks like she was the one who did it.
When clearly there was a stunt double who did that entire flip.
Oh man, that pissed me off. She is so dry. She cannot get a movie.
It would be
the only way she can get a movie. You know what's
Ugh.
sad about Black Widow not getting a movie now? It's too late. The Marvel universe has expanded so far her being a spy that what's
We're
her
in
name?
God tier now,
What's her name? Katniss Everdeen. What's her real name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
She's doing a Black Widow movie where she's that Russian spy.
Oh, right, Red Sparrow.
That's supposed to be Black Widow's movie.
Yeah, that sounds very right.
That's exactly what Black Widow.
But that should have happened like 5 years ago.
That shit is too late now.
6 years ago.
Ever since, what was it? When did she reveal herself? Avengers 2, I think.
I think it was Winter Soldier. No.
Winter Soldier, yes.
Was it?
So Avengers 2. So,
right.
Winter Soldier is Avengers 2 in my opinion. And Civil War is Avengers 3.
Yo, for real.
So
to think that's a Captain America movie.
Anything that's a Captain America is officially an Avengers movie because he's never alone anymore. He's got to have a squad.
He's always surrounded by dudes. He's always squad deep, man. Jeesh.
I mean, Iron Man 3 was booty butt cheeks, but at least he was by himself.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
You know, he didn't pull in a Hulk. He didn't pull in Cap. He didn't pull in Thor.
Iron Man can roll by him damn self. Like,
Iron Man can roll.
You know what I mean? Nobody.
He's got the fleet of iron suits that were just popping like pinatas on. I don't know what that was about.
But anyhow, it's too late. Scarlett Johansson, you're getting shafted. Like to get your movie now. Like you really are.
The only way she can make that movie interesting is if she's
just bad, man. It's messed
up.
If she
gets
I'd be mad as hell.
device and jumps out of a window backwards and goes.
Cause now
she better steal some Ghost in the Shell real quick. That's the only reason we'll be interested.
Okay. Oh, it's well, it's Disney. She's not gonna get
She
naked.
ain't gonna get naked. Ghost in the Shell naked with like
With
titties
fake
titties with no nipples.
Barbie, like
Barbie doll, yeah.
Barbie doll naked.
Barbie titties.
But anyhow, when it comes down to it, it's too late for her. She's competing with Black Panther. If that's the case.
That's like if they gave
That's
Hawk,
messed
that's
up,
like giving
dude.
Hawkeye a movie that doesn't have Jubilee as a vampire.
That's like, come on, man.
That was a very specific thing I requested. Hawkeye
It-
should only get a movie if he has Jubilee as a vampire.
And Ant-Man, even Ant-Man, got his own movie, and it's like you couldn't get a movie before Ant-Man. Like no shade towards Paul Rudd. I like Ant-Man, but Black Widow deserved the film at least before him. She's an Avenger.
She should have got a film before they started Doctor Strange, because at the end of the day, Doctor Strange is not an Avenger; he's a defender.
Yes, exactly. He has his own kind of defensive.
He's got to be
yeah.
over with baby fingers.
Anyhow, and yeah, and a relationship she has with Hulk is trash. I mean, I don't see it. It's whack.
They could have easily introduced She-Hulk.
I mean,
Easily.
that would have been lit. Not gonna lie to
Easy as
you.
hell.
Not gonna lie to you.
Like
That'd
you
be
could
fun.
even combine the universes on a stretch. Like because She-Hulk is a lawyer. Have her start off in Daredevil, then move her to the movies.
Oh, but they're never gonna do that. They always keep their TV universe so locked.
Yes.
The TV universes are so locked. The TV universes are so locked.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like they don't
split.
give a chance.
But
for
I mean,
them.
they were
They
fine
talk
with,
about them,
yeah.
though. They talk about
that
the
means they're in the
Avengers.
same world. That's the good thing about it.
But
'cause
maybe
it's not hard to link them. I
It's
mean,
really
they did it
not.
with
It's
Agents
really
of Shield. After Sif lost her contract with the movie, she went to Agents of Shield, and now she's gone. Why do you think she didn't show up in Ragnarok?
right.
Yeah,
But-
everything is linked. It is.
It's just
It
maybe
is all linked, but they keep them.
Say it in the Marvel shows.
Oh yeah. It's not like the DC where the shows are different than the movies.
It sucks. I hate that.
The Marvel universe is
that.
still one thing. The shows and the movies are still on the same planet. That's why.
And
they're
for the
winning.
record, I hate Gotham. I
You
really
hate Gotham?
I hate it.
I haven't
watched
seen
a
it yet, but
couple
I
episodes.
thought that
can't
was good.
Stand it. I just don't like it. It feels like Law and Order Gotham. Like, not with it. I'm sorry. Like, this is not.
Now
I don't
have
care
to watch
about
it
Baby
because of what you
Bruce.
said.
I don't care about this. Like, it really. Like, I don't. Don't. Like, seriously. Like,
Yo, you
I don't like
not
Flash
throwing
that
shit.
much.
You're
It's
not
too
throwing
soap
shade.
opera-ish.
You throwing trees, clouds, and darkness itself.
I don't care for Flash. I know that's it's an unpopular opinion. I don't
Ooh.
like it that much. I hate their outfits. Out here wearing leather, wearing this whole couch on their outfits. Like, come on, boy. Get your life, man. What's modern about wearing a body leather suit? Like Eddie Murphy from Raw. Like, that's what he's wearing all the time. It's so ugly.
Oh, we talking about the one in the movies? His cosplay?
Oh, that's not. That's like a step above. That's like a half a step above what's on TV.
Oh goodness.
It's not that good. But I didn't say that was good.
Oh god.
It's bad.
Oh, that's bizarre.
I never said any of that stuff was good, but
But I'm saying it's better than what the hell they gave us.
bubble chest, bubble chest. Like my man's from remember SpongeBob got the fake muscles,
the anchor arms.
The anchor arms.
No, I'm a jerk and everybody loves me.
Oh no! Like Marvin's showing me
Oh, there it is.
late 70s whatever.
Oh, it's 90s.
Oh my god.
Not gonna lie, that's that I can appreciate.
Oh no. Both are trash, but that's just that trash just smells bad. That trash is like stale. You know what I mean? The one on TV. I just don't think it looks good. I think Killer Frost looks stupid, like Party City bad. Oh my god. Ugh. It's Party City.
And Killer Frost
I'm
is
sorry.
supposed to be like Lady Death.
Like she got that ugly ass blue eyeshadow on. Ugh. Ugh. She looked like she had an Instagram wig on too. She had an Insta wig.
Yo,
30%
we don't need
off.
like a third mic for DX just to throw in shade occasionally because that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, look at Instagram. We got.
All right, let's
So
let's
this
wrap
has
it
been
up
the
here.
Darkened Hour.
Yo, the dark and shade right now.
The shady hour. This is what it's been. This has been horrible. Oh my gosh. Hey, so you gotta set us off. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm
All right.
shot out. I'm
You
broke.
ain't gonna set the sun. You just gonna throw
Oh
me at
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. As the sun sets on this mortal realm.
And we put more shade on this world. As usual, guys, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment on what you'd like to hear us talk about on our next show. I'm Aesop the Alchemist,
I'm Tia LaBeouf.
and we'll get back to you guys later. Cheers.